Hey everyone, welcome back to Evony with Genghis. One of the worst days in recent memory in Evony. What am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about this message that many Evony players who play on Aptoide received. So this video, you may notice in the thumbnail, I don't have an Aptoide symbol. I also will just say that this video is not sponsored by Aptoide, although most of my videos are. And I just wanted to speak freely, let you guys know that the information I'm going to give here isn't from Aptoide. It is a collection of my own thoughts and different things that I've pieced together based on history of app stores, such as when Evony was removed from the Apple App Store in 2022 for a short time, and then just some other stuff going forward. So this message: Dear Evony users, due to commercial reasons, Aptoide will cease distributing Evony as of March 10th. On the Aptoide store and partner stores. As per our agreement with Top Games, users who have downloaded the game from Aptoide will retain access to the current services of the game after the 10th of March, including Appcoin payments. Enjoy the game. So, I've made a list of things to talk about and things that are important to the Evony players with this. So, first thing, this is happening on March 10th. So what's going to happen is this game will still be active on Aptoide. So you use Aptoide to play the game. You can still enjoy it. You use Aptoide for whatever reason, just to, pop in once in a while and check out what's going on, see if there's anything different from the other platforms. You can still do that. You just aren't going to be able to update this afterwards. So in the short term, that's not going to mean much. Make sure to update your game on March 9th and then try again on March 10th. Because I'm not sure here if March 10th is the last day or if March 10th is the day it's removed. So update it on the 9th, check again on the 10th, try and update it, get the most recent version you can. That's number one. After that, another important thing here is that it says Appcoins will still work. And you can keep buying on the game if you play on Aptoide. You can do that. But I think, let's be realistic here. If this relationship is not repaired between Aptoide and Evony, eventually the game's going to fall into disrepair, right? Because it is a game that you do need updates. Otherwise, you start to get those green question marks when you're not in the most updated version, or you get red Wi-Fi. So let's get over to my list of things to talk about. So I kind of went over the March 10th last update. So VIP codes. This is something that players obviously really care about, right? We like to have VIP codes for discounts. Are they going to continue happening? I've reached out to Aptoide customer support, and they said there's no plans to change anything. Do we believe them? I do. Why? Because this is not Aptoide's choice, right? So think of this like a relationship. Boy and girl break up, and one person chose the breakup, the other didn't. So the person who was broken up with usually stays on their best behavior for a while. They don't start dating anybody new right away. They're still hopeful there's a chance to rekindle the flame, get back together. So I expect in the short term, Aptoide will do everything it can to keep its goodwill, all its positive experiences, all the things it's brought to the player base steady. Like, they're not going to do anything to wreck this. I don't see them changing the VIP codes. I don't see them, removing Appcoins, that sort of stuff. I think that everything will remain status quo. Who knows what happens in 2 months, 3 months. But for a while, I think we're safe. We're going to keep having Aptoide VIP codes from the Appcoin wallet. I think it's pretty safe to say we're probably not going to have any of those 5% extra cashback days. I just don't see how those would even be possible, or if Evony would even allow them. So that covers Appcoin works. Why did this happen? Oh, I don't know, right? I got some theories, but it's not Aptoide's choice, because Aptoide really stepped up their promotion recently. So they had multiple promo codes this past weekend. They've really kept those on the low end for a while, just a few users. And then this weekend, I saw 5 or 6 or 7. And they were even experimenting with their own 5% day code, that it seemed like they were going to float that around every once in a while, and it would compete with the VIP codes, or maybe even it would just fill in the gaps when there is no VIP codes. Like they had a competition in the Aptoide Discord group where they released a letter a day over, a couple of weeks, and you had to guess what it said. Is it panagram? Is that what those are called? And whoever guessed it, then it unleashed the 5% discount for a few days. So they've stepped up their promotion. So this was a surprise to them. Also, because it gave us 6 days notice, it's March 4th right now, and March 10th is the day. I believe that they probably only heard very late yesterday, which was March 3rd. So they probably were given 7 days notice. So they probably found out very late, just like we did. And we're like, oh, okay. And from the rumors I heard, there was no like about a year ago, Aptoide changed, they clawed back some of the discounts to players. And the reason for that was because Evony leaned on them and was like, yo, we want a bigger cut of your store, or you to take less of a cut from the 99 packs. And from what I heard, that didn't happen this time. It was just, you're done. You're out. So why did that happen? Ooh, I have right there, competition store. So if you think about this, is this in Evony's best interest? So I'm not sure on the exact figures, but I'm pretty sure Apple and Google take about a 50% cut of every purchase. And Aptoide's much lower. Like it's in the 25 to 30% range. So the discount that Aptoide gives to the players, it comes out of Aptoide's pocket. It comes off their bottom line. That doesn't come out of Evony. So Evony doesn't care if Aptoide's giving discounts, right? So that doesn't hurt them. So the only possibilities of why this happened is either A, the big boys leaned on Evony and was like, yo, like, we expect the purchases to go through our platform. We bring in all the users. People download your game in our stores. We expect the purchases to go there. So it's either the big boys leaning on Evony and giving them no choice, or Evony maybe thinks they can do the same sort of thing on their PC version. Like they did bring out the PC version for a reason, and you can buy stuff on there. So maybe they think they could start offering discounts on there and get purchases. But those purchases do still go through like other platforms, because when you log into their PC version, you have to have a Facebook login or a Gmail. So they're paying a percentage to those two companies. Now, it doesn't seem like they have to pay Apple, because there's no Apple ID login, not that I can remember. Or maybe like there's a theory out there that Huawei, App Gallery, it's a Chinese company. Maybe they give discounts. They're not as good as Aptoide, mainly because Aptoide is available in every country in the world. That's a big problem with the other alternative app stores. So I've heard some people throw around the word like third-party purchases. Aptoide is not a third-party purchase. Aptoide is an alternative app store. They are direct competition to Google and Apple and App Gallery and Amazon App Store, and I'm sure there's other ones also. Those are the only ones I know about. But so it could be a fight amongst the app stores, right? Or it could be Evony wanting to make purchases on their platform. I don't know. So what can the player base do? We have basically a couple options, right? Like you can walk away and not play and say, I'm really not happy about this. You can write mails and letters to customer support and tell them, I'm not happy about this. I like playing on Aptoide. Aptoide's my store. I like them. They give a good customer experience, and I would appreciate you bringing them back. And see what they say. Will that work? I don't know. About the only thing that Evony really cares about is money. We know that. The only time we get developer calls, which, by the way, I didn't talk about up there, I had a post going around in my Discord. If you want to be up to date on things, join my Discord. And it was to ask people, hey, I have a developer call coming up, and I've been asked to ask questions. What are players' concerns? That developer call was with Aptoide. Aptoide wanted to have a developer call with players, and then they were going to bring these ideas to Evony and say, hey, this is what our player base, thinks about, cares about. Could you do anything to, increase player morale? But that's obviously probably not going to happen now. So this is how much Aptoide cares about the player base. They were actually going to try and improve the game for us and be like a collective voice. But I guess that's not going to happen now. So CoinStrike. So will this be the event that actually launches a full Evony CoinStrike? I hope so. At least on the mainstream Play stores, right? If you still enjoy playing the game on Aptoide and whatever reasons you have to log into Aptoide, by all means, continue to do that. But maybe there could be sort of an organized CoinStrike. Sometimes in the world, people say, I don't like where that food comes from. I'm not buying that item. Things like that. Maybe there could be some sort of strike like that on those platforms. Will that happen? I don't know. Because the fear has always been, it's the prisoner's dilemma, right? That's what this whole game is based on. Envy, greed, prisoner's dilemma. If I don't buy and he doesn't buy, then we both win. But if he buys and I don't buy, then I'm the big loser and he's the big winner. It's a zero-sum game. So people don't have the balls to sit there and take that. But we'll see what happens. I have been hearing the word CoinStrike floating around. I haven't seen any official organization about it. But hopefully these two can repair their relationship, whatever the reason is, and Aptoide can continue to serve us and help us out as players and give us that great customer experience. And we can let Evony know how we feel about it. So please do write their customer service and let them know how you feel. I know me personally, myself, yeah, I work for Evony, but I still do spend on the game. And I cannot see myself ever going back to paying full price for packs. Like, if I was getting packs with my VIP codes and bonus days, and I was paying like $78 or $72 for a $100 pack, how could I ever in my right mind and respect myself and say, oh yeah, I'm going to pay $100 for the same thing now. Man, I'm going to full cake and pay $2,000 instead of $1,400 or whatever the discount was. There's no way I could ever go back and do that. And the cat's out of the bag. Everybody knows that there's cheaper ways to purchase. And there's cheaper games out there, guys. So we can always do that, right? But anyways, let me know in the comments what you guys think about this. Join my Discord. Lots of conversations going on about this. And the link to do so is in the description to the video. So anyways, I will keep you guys up to date on this as often as I know anything about it, or if I hear anything about a player movement going forward, that sort of stuff. And like, subscribe, leave a comment.